I have got something properly special for you guys today. I've got this beautiful CDM Darwin class Explorer yacht, and this is a proper Explorer. It's just over 100 feet long. It's built in 2017. It's a steel hull, it's an aluminium superstructure, and it is a proper go anywhere machine. It's absolutely fabulous, and we're going to give you guys the full tour on this one. We're going to every area. We're going into obviously all the guest areas. We're also going into the crew areas, to the galley. We're going to look at the bridge. We're taking all the deck areas. We're going to the engineering spaces, and there's some really interesting ones of those on here. And of course the engine space, the lot. And it's spectacular. I think you're going to really enjoy this one. So we'll head on around here. We've got the boarding steps down on the side. That's just up here. But yeah, this is a serious machine. Look at this. This is proper little ship stuff. Let's go and take the tour. So boarding steps are here, and we've got the door open as well on the side. So I'm going to step up here and round and back. I'll take you inside first of all, but we're going to cover absolutely everything. I think we're going to like this one very much indeed. So aft deck is here. We're going to look at all of this. We're going to go down onto the bathing platform, into the engine room. I want to take you inside first of all. I mentioned there's a docking station over here. I'll show you that when we do the outside part of the tour. And this is a lovely area because it's really sheltered with this massive overhang. We've got lighting in here, camera system, part of that is here as well. And Maggie's taking it easy here at the dining table. But yeah, let's go inside. You're going to love this. And we're going to head on right here. Here we go, look at this. That's a bit special, isn't it? And what I love about this is how organised it is. So if I show you in here, for example, not only are all the glasses in here, but they're all in their own individual little racks that keep everything safe. You see how that comes out through there? Like that. So when you're out at sea, that is not all clattering around into each other. That's fantastic, isn't it? Love these bits of art around the place. And I love this interior with this light upholstery and then the light carpeting in the centre and then the dark wood, and beautifully lit as well. Look at the way they've done these shelves around here, for example. That is really, really smart. We've got the big dining table here, as I'm sure you spotted for yourself. If we go over here, then this is things like the crockery. Where did I see that? Here we go. That's all in places like this, all the way up through here. Everything in here feels super, super solid. The floor as you walk on it, the cupboards as you open them, it's rock solid. There's a bar area over on this side, like so. And the other thing we have here is direct access straight out onto the outside. And then up here is the day heads. And then from here I'm going to take you down and show you the lower deck, because this is where all the accommodation is. And it's rather lovely. Another thing to mention on here is all the metalwork is brass, even the light switches. Look at these beautiful toggle light switches with these protective bars around them. Absolutely fantastic. Okay, I'm going to take you forward first of all. This is the VIP cabin up here. So from this threshold forward. But before we go into there, I've got to show you this. This I love. So if we lift this step, this takes us into an engineering space that's beautifully lit, and it's also a great place for storage. So if you've got people come along with bags and that sort of thing, well, there's tons of space to tuck it all the way down here. A couple of other things to show you. This is an automatic grease removal unit. What this does is take the grease out of any water that's going into the sinks. So, you know, you're doing washing up and that sort of thing before it then goes into the grey water tank. It's then treated again from the grey water tank so that it can be discharged as completely clean water. There's a huge amount of thought gone into this. Hot water boilers are down here. If we come right to the front, bow thruster, you can see the tube for that running across here. That's fantastic, isn't it? That's the bow thruster motor. So it's electric bow and stern thrusters on this one. And then look at the plumbing. Look how well organised this is here. This is a great space, isn't it? Brilliant. Let's press on a bit further. Now these are interesting. These little fellas here are so that as the door closes, there's a seal that then drops down and seals against the floor, and it makes those really soundproof. And you'll see as well, if you look here, you've got rubber seals all the way around. It just gives it that feeling of quality, but it also keeps the noise levels right down. Let's close that one. There we go. That obviously clips down if you wanted to. And then check this out. How nice is that? Absolutely beautiful. AV equipment in here, of course. Storage about the place, of course. So this kind of thing. But also what's quite neat is that where you've got panelling in places like this, you can actually lift these and they come out like that to give you storage underneath. How cool is that? And look at these hinges. Everything's so nicely done. Nice whole windows. You've got blinds, of course, to come down across these. That's fantastic, isn't it? Let's head over here. These look like proper pieces of furniture, don't they? Which is pretty much what they are. It's like a proper wardrobe there. It's obviously part of the boat, but it looks like freestanding furniture. Brilliant. Dressing table or desk, or use it how you will. Over here, again, these are opening sections. Again, we've got drawers about the place. Or bedside tables. Look at these light switches down here. So I mean about everything being brass. Look at this. It's also lovely, isn't it? I love these toggle switches. And then up through here, this is the ensuite, of course. Again, you're seeing these beautiful brass fixings, and it's all things like this. It's all just a little bit steampunk. It's fantastic. If we come forward again, this is a nice touch. Firstly, this shower, again, with these beautiful fittings. These lovely big wheels here. And that sense of plumbing. Fabulous. And then what you've got is you've got a, let's click that one back, there we go, a pocket door here, so you can close the actual toilet section and bidet section off completely, even from the heads, which of course closes off anyway. So you've got total privacy there. That works well, doesn't it? So this door comes across, and then you've got yet another door. Brilliant. Let's head on back a little bit further. Plenty more to see. If we go across here next, another guest cabin, 2 singles in here, but also a Pullman. And these are really nicely weighted. You can just pull this here, and it just drops down as easy as anything. Look at that. That's fantastic, isn't it? And then once it's down, there's a ladder that comes out of here to give access. So that's already built in. Light switches are up here, reading lights up here, power sockets up here, all ready to go. And then when you don't want to use it, you just lift it back up like that. That is fantastic. Bedside table in the centre. I think these are control systems for like AV equipment and so on. These tablets in the centre here. And again, these are opening sections. This one here is things like smoke hoods and fire extinguishers and so forth, so safety kit in other words. So if there's a fire, it just helps you to get out, obviously. Nice. Ensuite here. So we've got the loo, the bidet, and the shower, like so. And then a load of storage in here. Cool, huh? And behind the door is the wardrobe. In case you're wondering where that is, that's in there. Thusly. Very nice. Very nice indeed. There we go. The cabin next door is almost identical. You'll find things like this panel across here, if you look on the other side, is a little bit different, but the basic cabin itself is much the same. So the 2 beds, the Pullman, the beautiful brass toggle switches, the reading lights, and again, if I spin on round, these again open up, as we saw on the other side. AV equipment in here as well. And back here is ensuite and shower. There we go. Lovely. And the wardrobe for this one then is in here. And that one opens as well, of course. There we go. Right, let's come round and back, because this is the owner's cabin and this is fabulous. Look at these switches again. I love these guards they put on so don't catch them as you're coming in and out, but they're proper little toggle switches in behind those. Details, isn't it? It's fabulous. Let's come into here and let's take this in. How nice is that? Fantastic. All the light switches are repeated by the bed, so you don't have to get a bed to operate those. This is all storage down here. Again, these panels that cantilever up out of the way to give you more storage. There's a TV fitted in behind the mirror, so you don't see it normally, but when you're using it, that's where it is. And then a little office area over here, you can see where the iMac is. That is a very lovely space, isn't it? And talking of lovely spaces, come and check this out. How about this for a walk-in wardrobe? That is awesome, isn't it? That's a cabin for your clothes, that's what that is. That's fantastic. And then if we come on around a bit further, it'll take us into the bathroom bit. I love this little seat they've put in down here, that's great. Obviously you've got the sink, you've got loads of drawers, loads of storage, loads of everything. And then here, again, the completely separate toilet and the bidet section, like that. And showers on this side. Again, with this wonderful steampunk style plumbing. Look at this. That's great, isn't it? That is class. There we go. I think that's the lower deck fairly well covered off. Let's press on a bit further. I want to show you the crew areas. They're good. And I want to show you up then to the upper deck and the bridge and the sky lounge. Oh, there's lots more to see. Lots more to see. Okay, on up we go. So that was where the day heads was. This is where we came on, in through here, and then down through this area. That's nice, isn't it? And then if we come on up here, past the wine cooler, that is the access up. We'll do that in a minute. This is through to the crew area. The crew are on board, so we need to be a little bit discreet. So this is nice. This is all on the main deck. So you've got big windows here. You've got access straight out onto the deck over here. There's a few people about, as I mentioned. And then you've got this mess area here. Really good size. Big windows. That is lovely. And then the galley is over here. I think it might be occupied. I think we can have a quick look, however. No, we're okay. Brilliant. And like everything else, it's proper, isn't it? Lots of space, lots of facilities. We've got the Miele Professional dishwasher over here, coffee maker over here. There's even access from here, again, straight out onto side decks, straight off the boat. Really, really good crew routing on here. That's a nice space. This is, if I can open it, let's have a look. Yeah, there we go. Refrigeration is up here. And these lock like this, so when you're at sea, you can make sure they don't come flying open. But yeah, A lot of fridge and freezer space being put to good use there. That's that door. You've even got extra bits of work surface like this that can be brought into action if required. And then that's back out down to the side decks. That's a nice space, isn't it? If we head on forward, we'll find crew cabins, again, all on this level. They're not sort of buried down into the bilges or whatever, it's all right up here. And there are, I think, 3 cabins here. We're just going to show you one of them because they are all in use. So we're going to head up forward. There we go. Bunks in here. Obviously storage, I'm not going to open it because it is in use. And then the en-suite is in here, separate shower. Nice facilities all round. That's great, isn't it? So we've got that one there, there's this one here. This one is the laundry, I think I'm right in saying. Yeah, here we go. So we've got the separate washer and dryer. Got a feeling there's more of those in the Lazarette area, but we'll go and have a look at that, of course. So there's another crew cabin here, and then the third crew cabin is up on the upper deck. That is the captain's cabin. Alrighty, that I think is the main deck and the crew areas and the lower deck. All nicely covered. If we head up here, you see how nothing squeaks on here. Look at this. It's properly solid wherever you go. It just feels really good. Okay, if we come out here, we'll find Sky Lounge. Look at this. This is a great area up here, very casual, very laid back. We've got TV that rises out of here, so a great cinema zone. Triple folding doors, so those 2 sections can slide across out of the way there. On a nice day, we can have it all closed up. On a rather rainy day, as we've got today, unfortunately. There we go, let's come right around here. It's a lovely space. Of an evening, to tuck yourself way up here, or have a separate zone for the kids to go and watch a movie, that's brilliant. That's really nice. If we head forward, again, these gorgeous toggle switches about the place. This is the bridge. It's got a little office area here, and then that is your place of business. That is fantastic, isn't it? Multifunction displays all the way across here, of course, radar, navigation, depth, camera system, everything that you require is across there. We've got it up here as well, so communications and wind speed and direction, GPS, all that kind of stuff, all up there. Bow and stern thrusters on here, autopilot on here obviously, engine controls, the vertical wheel there. And this is all Fruno kit, look at this. It's all the proper, it's like the sort of commercial stuff really. And in fact, talking commercial, look at this wonderful reverse shear screens all the way around here. This is, dare I say it, proper little ship stuff, isn't it? This is absolutely fantastic up here. Brilliant. People often ask why there's no seat at the steering wheel, and that's because these aren't like cars where you sit there sort of steering away as you go along. If you're in harbour, you would use the wheel, but you'd want to be stood up to get the best visibility. When you're out at sea, then when you're on watch, of course, you've got the seats on either side, the ship is on autopilot. This is interesting. You've got your backup steering here, so you can switch from one system to another steering system or switch to autopilot, and these allow you to control each rudder independently, so you can actually vector the rudders separately to each other if you want to, which can sometimes help with manoeuvring. It's proper stuff, isn't it? And the captain's cabin I mentioned, that's up here. If we loop around here, it is very much in use, so we're not going to linger. We'll just have a quick look. There we go. You've got the double bed there, you've got the ensuite in there. I'm not going to go in, it is very much in use. But again, you can see that it is guest cabin quality. It's really nice. And it is right at the bridge, which on this size of boat is unusual. Fabulous. Let's go on a bit further, and I think, have we done everything on the inside? Because I'm going to get wet socks. We have. We don't need to come back in. Okay, let's open this. And we'll come out and we'll come round. Now we've got wing stations on here. They are down on both sides under here. I'm not sure how easily I can get to that because you've got to lift these up with two hands. I'll see if I can show you. Here we go. Yeah, there we are. That's underneath there, and that just slides down then like that. Perfect. I like the way these are bowed out slightly so that when you stand here you can see right down the outside of the yacht. That's very, very helpful. And if we come on forward, we've got sunbathing up here, and this is where we get wet socks. Not to worry. It's the last boat I'm filming today. I want to show you this. This is fantastic. So we've got seating up here, as you can see, but this one, obviously anchor handling kit and so forth. This is an interesting one. He says, there we go. So down here are the anchor chain bins, one each side, one there and one there. But back there, I don't know how you can see it, on either side, I don't think you can quite see it from here, it has got refuse freezers. So all your rubbish that you collect, you can put it in freezers down there. It stops it from smelling. Proper Explorer stuff, isn't it? This is big league, this is. That's fantastic. Let's come right up here. Navigation light up on the bow. And that's how she looks from here. That is the real deal. Look at these massive searchlights on the front. Absolutely fantastic. Let's go back down this side. We're a little bit drier here, but you'll see we're leaving footprints. Another wing station down underneath here. That's a bow thruster running. Somebody's heading out. And we can come right down this side. That one there, I don't know. Let's have a look. Oh, look at this! Day heads on the outside. That's fantastic. Like that. Didn't see that earlier. Okay. Upper deck aft. Fantastic area here. You've got this big seating area around here. And then over here, we've got things like sink underneath there. Look how solid this is. It's properly rock solid everywhere. And underneath here, that's ice maker, I think I'm right in saying. And a bit of storage as well. There we go. And on this side, I think that's a fridge. Pretty certain that's a fridge. And back here you can see there's a massive crane across here, and this boat will take, well, you can choose what you want to have up here, but what they've had on here in the past is a 16-foot and a 20-foot tender side by side up here, or you could have a tender and a jet ski. Probably get a couple of jet skis and a tender up here actually, but that's a really useful area. Life rafts are up here as well. This is the crane. Serious bit of kit that is. And yeah, we're on a windy day and a grey day in Florida. So much for the Sunshine State, never mind. But that, yeah, that's a great area, isn't it? We can go up again. Let's go and have a look up here. So this is Sundek up here. Things are getting blown around, oh dear. Okay, there's a great dining area back here because you can put a leaf in the center. That's what these metal bits here are for. They come out, support a leaf that drops in there, gives you a huge dining area. Of course you can put chairs down this side as well. Really nice space on top of the boat, and you can shade it as well. These poles here allow you to put a bimini right across here, and in fact you can do that down on the upper deck as well. And then a really nice bar area here. So this is giving us things like, again, another ice maker, more refrigeration, another sink up here, another of these super solid tops. And then right up to the front where the wind is really starting to blow things around, these are supposed to be on here. You've got the sun pads, and you've got the hot tub in the centre there. What's brilliant is that this section here is the lid for the hot tub. So you can close that off, just have that as a decking area by using this. When you put it here out of the way, it becomes a step up to it. But I want to show you something else as well, and that is underneath here we've got, I can lift that up, hang on. Oh, that's solid. That is as solid as everything else. Gym equipment is tucked away underneath there, and it's under the other side as well. And I need to let the crew know that these are disappearing fast. They've not been secured. They're supposed to be clipped down here, you see. I better let them know. A couple of other things to show you just while we're up this end. It is really howling. We've got obviously radars, sat domes, that sort of thing, but also a shower underneath here, and there's the controller for it just there. And there's even a pull-up bar here for doing your exercises. And yeah, let's come right back. That's all your gear up on the top. So we've got sat domes, we've got all the antennas, we've got FLIR camera up there as well, all that kind of stuff, radars and so forth. There's even a pull-up bar here for doing your exercises, and we've got a chap here now sorting out the cushions, so that's good. We will leave him in peace and we will head on a bit further. So we can come back down here and then back down here, and this will return us to the main deck. There we go. And I think the last thing to talk about, I want to show you this actually. Again, if I can get it up with, it's a two-handed job this, but bear with. Yeah, there we go. That is a docking station at the back of the boat. Let's slide that back. There we go. We've got rope handling winches here. That's what these silver fellas are for. They're the buttons for those. Big bollards as well, of course. There's a passerelle that extends out the back of here. And if you come right on down, in fact, this is a transformer here. So this will lift. You can open these as gates, so they will either go outwards or inwards, and then they have these supports that go out to lock them in place once they are at 90 degrees. And it means then that you can use this transformer. It lifts up and over, and steps go up to it that are obviously already in place. There's an infill that goes into there, gives you steps up onto the quay, or you can drop it down into the water. The steps then go down, gives you access straight into the water. Really nice. And look at this shower on the back as well. There's a plug-in shower. You don't have to have that there, you can take that away if you want to, but that lives there, so when you come out of the water you've got a shower. All right, last thing to talk about, because it is starting to rain quite hard now, is in here. And this is as impressive as anything else. All right, here we go. Check this out. I'm going to close this over because this is air conditioned in here. Look at these hinges. Fantastic. Yeah, look at this area down here. So what we've got here is like a big Lazarette area basically, and we've got things like water pumps, they're dual pumps. We've got the converter here, so this is converting the shore power from whatever voltage and whatever frequency is on the dock to what the boat actually needs anywhere in the world. That one is for the shore power cable. You can see how it comes into that bin, and it's electric, and the way it sort of winds it in. And you can see down here, it gets you right back to the stern gear. I wonder if I can get in there actually. Let's move this out of the way. Yeah, there we go. This is taking us down to stern gear and other technical areas. It's all lit and it's all super, super clean. Bear in mind, this is a 2017 boat. You'd think it was new. It's just fantastic. All right, let's back out of there. Everything's labelled on here as well. There's so much thought has gone into this and so much detail. It is fantastic. More laundry facilities over here. And these again are lift up sections, so if you want more workspace, you can have it. Emergency route out, that will drop down and give you access straight up onto the deck. 3 generators. So there's a small generator here. At night, when you're looking at running the air conditioning on the very low load, you can turn off the generators that are in the engine space and just run that one, and it means that you are completely separated from the accommodation spaces, which of course are further forward to the side of the engine room. This is interesting. This is for your toys here, and in fact you can close this off if you want to. There's a button here we can press and that comes down like that, So if you want to have your toys in there and shut them away, then you can do. Did I mention water makers? They're over here, twin water makers. And then there's again just loads of storage and bits and pieces like that. Everything's so neatly laid out. Look at this. Just fantastic. Okay, let's go and take a look at the engines. And they're through here. Amazing how soundproof those doors are. You can see why. Look at the thickness of it. Okay, we've got generators running at the moment. There's one here, there's another one over there. So as I say, 3 in total. But look at the space that you've got in here. This is vast. It's a cathedral. Absolutely fantastic. Now this is an Explorer. It is displacement speeds only. And so you're looking at a pair of Caterpillar C18 670 horsepower engines. They don't need to be big because we're not trying to push the boat onto the plane and run it at 25 knots. You're looking at 13 knots flat out, you're looking at a cruising speed of 10, and because of that you're looking at a range of over 4,000 miles. It's proper Explorer credentials. This is the fuel handling system over here. You've got a day tank and then you've got a huge bunker tank, and you can porridge the fuel as it goes between the two, and that allows you to direct it as required. You can see the different tanks here: aft port tank, aft starboard tank, forward starboard tank. There we go, that's daily tank, and then the other ones are like bunker tanks. Impressive, isn't it? Let me show you this as well. This is right down into the bilges, and look how clean this is. That's fantastic. See the construction of it there as well, which is nice. Fabulous. Okay, what else can I show you? This one here is the black water and grey water treatment system. So it breaks it right down to tiny, tiny particles and then treats it with chlorine and makes it absolutely as fresh as possible. So that's a very useful thing. It's obviously for handling of black waste and so on. Again, on a long distance boat, it's what you need. We can come right around here. We've got an air compressor in here. Those look like more pumps. Oh, fire pumps. That's interesting. Fire pump there, bilge pump there. And look at this wandering lead, which means you can pump out from anywhere in the engine room. You can see how it's got the end here. So you can take that around, drop it into the bilge wherever it's needed, pump water out. And that's what that there is for. Oh, it's properly impressive stuff, isn't it? This is fantastic. Okay, let's come back out of here. There is also another route from the side deck up here. There we go, straight down to here, because obviously if you're out at sea and it's rough, you wouldn't want to come into the engine room via that aft bathing platform. That allows you to go from the side deck straight in without going outside of the boat at all. Tool chest in here, another one over on this side. That, I think I'm right in saying, is a fuel polishing system. It's a centrifuge, spins the fuel at high speed, pulls the crap out of it. And yeah, these are properly get-atable, aren't they? You get around everything here. And it's all so clean and so well organised. That is brilliant. Let's go through here. There we go. I'm going to close that one over. That just kills the sound dead, doesn't it? Pretty much. Look how organised this is. Fantastic. All right. Do you know what? I think we've covered it. That's a little sink there. Let me show you. You pull that one. That drops down like that, and then you've got your little tap there. Try again. There we go. Perfect. Even the vacuum cleaner. That, I think you'll agree, is properly impressive. Let's come back out of here. Let's see if the rain stops. And the short answer is no, it hasn't. Not to worry. Let's close that back over. There we go. Atlas, absolutely fantastic. Good. Let's come back up here and we'll stand in the shelter. Where are we going to stand? Over here, I think. That's where we came down from the upper deck. And there we go. Last thing to say is massive, massive thanks to Nautical Innovation. They organised this tour. I'll put a link to those guys in the description. And massive, massive thanks as ever to you guys for watching. Let me know what you think of that, and we'll catch you on another one of these real soon. Take care. Bye-bye.